Hello you all and welcome to the next episode of Tony's Makeup Chair Halloween edition. Some of you may know my model. It's Mimi again. She volunteered again for me and she told me that she wants to look like a witch, and I turned her into an aged version of the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. You all know the movie, you all know the witch, the particular green look with a little bit of an old age look, means wrinkles and lots of highlights and lowlights, and yeah, tons of painting with grease paints and with aqua colors actually, and that's the final look for you. And if you like to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned, and as well make sure that you subscribe my channel if you aren't already, to not miss any more episodes of my makeup chair series, which I do with models, as you know. And yeah, if you like to see how to recreate the look, stay tuned and have fun watching.
Tony's Makeup Chair Halloween Edition.
So first of all, I take some liquid latex and push that down on Mimi's neck with a sponge. This kind of latex dries clear, and then I go on and take some tissue which I've torn apart in its several layers and create the illusion of some fake skin. You can apply the latex all over the face or randomly, that depends on the effect you want to achieve, and at the end you want to decently powder it up. First of all, I take an emerald green Aquacolour by Eulenspiegel and apply that all over Mimi's face with an acrylic brush to have a good green base to work on. The first layer is a little sheer, but you can apply of course more and more color later on. Just make sure you let those several layers dry if you apply more color, and as well don't forget the neck and the ears to not have a masky effect. And to keep the watercolor durable, you want to make sure to powder up every layer you do. Next I take my favorite eyeshadow base by Readymade and apply that all over the moving lid, just to avoid those eyelids creasing and to avoid the color cracking off. Now I take a sponge again, and because I want to have a very dense coverage of the green, I go all over it with a dabbing motion, and I did that around 3 coats. Next I take a blending brush by OCC and a brown Kiko eyeshadow and just emphasize the depth of Mimi's sockets, and I want to have them really deep, so I add more and more brown and just let that fade out. To get a really good aged effect, you want to push down basically everything which is already set back, and as I did the sockets at first, I do the nostrils now, and then I'm gonna go all over those 2 areas next to the bridge of her nose and just push that down as well and do like a very, very dark circle. And you want to make sure to blend everything properly to get this effect as realistic as possible. So basically, for an old age makeup, you want to push everything even lower, which is already set back, and I take an angled acrylic brush to now set some more wrinkles, and this is in a brown grease paint by Grimas. You can also take a watercolor, but the grease paint is even easier to blend out, and to blend them out properly you can take your brush or your fingertips. I use a combination of both because it's way easier to blend with your fingertips, because they have a certain warmth of the body to it, and yeah, that makes it quite easy. And I'm gonna do all those wrinkles around Mimi's eyes, around her mouth. I do temples, I do cheeks, I do the jawline. We're gonna just see that later on. It's always a combination of setting those lines and just blending them out to get it more realistic. So for auto contouring, I didn't take a black because that would look way too harsh. I took a brown because regarding the color wheel, brown is a mix from green and red, so that makes even more sense to me and it looks way more realistic. And let your model wrinkle the forehead or let it make an angry expression. That really helps you to emphasize the natural given features, and it looks way more realistic. And I begin to apply wrinkles on her forehead, and you want to make sure to apply random lines, not bone straight lines, because that looks quite unrealistic and sketchy. And again, blend them out. So as following, I will show you where to apply those wrinkles and how to blend them out, and that is always the same motion. So the nose is quite important because it's a witch, obviously, and the latex already has enough features which we just have to enhance, and we're gonna do that with blending those dark lines out again. And since we have a ready-made latex nose prosthetic, this paint job is just a mix of highlighting and lowlighting. And here you can see what the latex and tissue base does later on as a great old age skin effect, and you can as well use that all over your face. That depends on the taste on you and on what you want to achieve. I did just random areas to show you how that can look. I did a fake chin as well, and I did that with liquid latex and a lot of cotton wool. I pushed the cotton wool against Mimi's chin. I added a lot of liquid latex and blended it out right away. That was quite tedious, that's why I'm not gonna show you this in this video, but if you want to have a tutorial on that, just let me know in the comment section. And next I'm gonna do highlighting, and the highlighting will be done with a yellow Grimas grease paint, because yellow belongs quite to the green. There is a kind of a yellowish undertone to the green, and that's why I don't take white, because a white would look way too hard and kind of unrealistic, and I want to of course have the opposite. I want to have it as realistic as possible, so I just set the yellow right onto those spots I want to really have pushed up, and obviously on the nose you can see it very, very good. The yellow just pushes the high points up even more, and that's what I want to achieve. At the end I did a little bit of mascara by MUA, and this one works quite easy because it has a curvy wand, and Mimi was as patient enough to let me do the mascara because I'm a little bit clumsy and I'm fearing doing mascara on a model, but it worked quite easy, and thank you for giving me advice on that. I forgot to show you how to paint on the brow, but actually you take the same brown as for the wrinkles, and then in angled strokes you paint that on with an angled brush. So at the end you have this great aged version of the Wicked Witch of the West, and if you like this video, get me a thumb up to support me with that. As well, get me comments in the comment section below. If you want to meet me otherwise, check the info box for further informations on that, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.